Madam Mayor, members of council. Some of my comments are going to track with Mr. Muntz as well, but one of the problems we have with donations is, frankly, one of the reasons why this body, or at least a previous incarnation of this body, actually chose to eliminate the contributions and donations several cycles ago, including a number of you that are currently sitting on the dais, is that we are blessed in this community to have so many good charities, so many good organizations. How do you, as a relatively small group, make decisions on which should get our money and which shouldn't? So I had supported that idea of getting rid of those donations. But what I'm seeing now is that, as Mr. Muntz said, there's a lot of inconsistency here. There's a policy. I have nothing against the multicultural events policy as written and intended. But there seems to be all these things that keep coming up that you on the dais decide to make exceptions for. You know, mostly because, frankly, you're championing them. You know, growing up, you know, in the 70s, 80s, this would sort of fall under pork barrel politics type of stuff that, you know, personal projects, pet projects, you know. And the problem there is there's just the inconsistency. You know, we got rid of a number of projects that had long and established history of doing good for this town, whether that's All Night Grad, Fish, The Closet, and we're putting up these other organizations, which not necessarily anything against them, but there isn't really the accountability either. We don't know how these events went. We don't know what happened. You know, especially if they're coming back for more money, I think it's really critical that we have reports of how previous events actually went so that we can make decisions. Ultimately, no matter how you do this, there are pros and cons to the various approaches to doing or not doing donations. However, whatever those are, it needs to be consistent for all potential recipients and not at the whim of a few political elites that are controlling the taxpayer funds. So I thank you for your time, and I hope you will keep that in consideration.
Thank you. The